It's the book of Second Ezra, chapter 8. I'm gonna start at verse 49. I'm gonna start at verse 48. Verse 50 is the point. And it reads, "In this also thou art marvelously before. In this also thou art marvelous before the Most High." He's marvelous because basically he was humble. Scriptures tell you in the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, the Lord hate pride. There's many scriptures that tells you that the Lord hate pride. And in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, it talks about how the judge of the city is, so are the people. This place exudes pride. So even, the other nations and either, everybody already think they better than Jake, but then everybody want to emulate Jake. But everybody think that they better than so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians. When you take the time to think about who dominates these sports, who does this, who does that, you got these different streamers. You got millions of people watching so-called black people. Well, Casanet is a Benjamite. But you got, like the elder was going into, you got all the tribes here. And we the ones that give this place flavor. Verse 49, "And that thou hast humbled thyself as it becometh thee, and hast not judged thyself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous." Right now with all this judgment and everything that the Lord is actually, what's that, Psalms 119 and 129? The Lord working, he's stirring that pot of whoop ass. He got a main pot that he's about to unleash on the planet, and people think it's a game. But the thing is, though, I watched the brothers put up a video where they were showing Jake sitting up there complaining. And that's the purpose of this video. Like, literally, you got people that's literally feeling it. Even, I'm feeling it. And brothers feel it. That's why I commend brothers that's actually got that manly spirit on them. That, because as a man, like, that's why the elders went into the stoicism. My daddy used to go through shit. I'm talking about, I seen my daddy, my daddy never complained about nothing, but, you could tell shit was going on. Me, myself, I voiced it because I be scared. I can't deal with too much stress, put it like that. But the thing is now, I'm trying to deal with it. And I was thinking about how, with the Messiah, when brothers catch hell or, is it a trial or tribulation or a test, or is it you being judged? And it could be either or. You need to understand or see what it is. You know what I mean? The Lord just did to me. This is the second time I'm doing this video, by the way. The Lord just did everything that you can have happen that you ain't expecting to happen, that can be fucked up, happened just recently to me. But yet and still within that, I was like, damn, the Lord still showed some mercy. Because it ain't completely over with, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that crazy. And also, literally, I got the means to still do shit. That was just the spirit, Even with me in my situation not being amongst the brothers, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I am in spirit to a degree. But at the same time, that was all already preordained. That was set up through the spirit. That's what I believe. It was a set-up time for the Messiah to have his ministry. It was a set-up time for him to be amongst his brothers. It was a set-up time for him to be delivered up to, delivered up to be the sacrifice. Everything has a point in time. You had men that coming in this ministry and then fell out for whatever reason. That was the appointed time. Because you got to understand, if you truly believe everything is preordained, that's why I'll be listening and looking at the understanding that the elders got. And yeah, the shit's sad because we got these human heartstrings and shit, you know what I mean? What's fair to you? The crazy part is my phone just broke, right? So I don't even have the means to go out on the highways and hedges. Now, I mean, that's probably a petty excuse because, I could probably think around it. Like, I like to use my phone, but I'm probably going to have to use this phone as opposed to using the other phone. Because the phone is on, it just won't let me go in. I'm like, what the fuck? I never, it's funny. Like, everything that you could think of happening literally just happened. And yet still, I still see the Lord lightweight loving on me. I had 2 ideas for a video. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the main thing. When you being tested, you know, a brother broke it down. The first time I ever heard it, I didn't hear it from any elder in my camp. I heard it from a brother through the unicorn. He said, you come in this truth and literally you might leave, get kicked out, whatever the case may be. It's up to you to literally still continue in this thing. I watched the brother leave and then actually be welcomed back. I know that's not my lot. You know, and we don't know the will of the Lord, but at the same time, you lightweight do. That's why the Messiah knew the will of the Lord. You know what I mean? Like, he knew when his time was and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, the Lord created us all to follow the program. Salakia. The Lord set us up to all follow the program that he set up for us to follow. And that's just the point blank period matter of the situation. So it's not your will, it's ultimately going to always be the will of the Lord. Verse 48 again, and this also thou art marvelous before the Most High, and that thou hast humbled thyself as it becometh thee, and hast not judged thyself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous. So, you know, Ezra didn't consider himself to be righteous, you know, and that's one of the, you know, the Lord doesn't deal with pride. And this is the time where you really need to be not exhorting or actually like in the spirit of being proud about anything. The Lord humbling this place to the point where you got them women up there nervous, but they ought to be. You know what I'm saying? They ought to be. I've seen men do some amazing shit, showing you how certain men are not created equal. I've seen men fight. One man fight 5 men. You know what I'm saying? That's what Dame Dash said. You know, Dame Dash said it'll be kind of even if it's 3 or 4 dudes when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, then come to find out you didn't never know Dame Dash would whoop your ass. You know, which that whole situation looked like kind of scripted too, because now Cameron like, oh, well, your friend mad because you ain't giving him no love. You know what I mean? Like, all these niggas just so all happen to know each other. Like, you don't know who the fuck who for real. Verse 50, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And that's why the Lord is visiting the earth which he made right now. You know, and he about to humble this place. He humbling me shit. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm talking about, like, I'm trying to just keep it together. That's why I do truly respect brothers that's literally able to do this thing in a manly fashion. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the Lord really does set up the leadership, because your leader supposed to move in a certain kind of way. Your leader supposed to inspire you. Flat out. That's the facts. Not inspire some, inspire everybody. You can't be, and again, I'm not trying to say this to diss nobody or nothing. Like I said, I know I'm not no leader. If that's the case, the Lord would have made me a leader. I don't even know how the Lord gave me the little position I had. I didn't try to overly do my, I need to see you while you in the bed. Like, no, that shit, y'all pump faking, and that's some cornball ass shit. Literally, I know the dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching what you're doing. In your mind, as long as I'm doing this right now, I can go do all the folly in the world. When the Lord tightening all this shit up. What are you talking about? But again, I also recognize, you know, the Lord can have somebody be right. Like, for instance, how he did David. David was completely wrong, you know, when he basically took Bathsheba. Yet and still the Lord didn't punish him on the death, which that was a on the death type of punishment, right? Because it's all about the Lord gonna have mercy on who he gonna have mercy on. That's all in the scriptures. But, you know, the point of the lesson, which I'm all over the place. This is the second time I did it. I was just thinking, like, I try to get everything out that I'm thinking about, because again, my spirit, I'm not a stoic like that, and I don't believe I have enough time to become the stoic that, you know what I mean? Like this, you know, it's like brothers coming into the truth now. You got to get this quick, or you just gonna be ass out. Like, you gotta, you know. I remember the one particular brother did a video about that. He was like, shit, I was like one of the last people getting put in, you know, getting delivered. He was like, he was so terrified because, you know, our big brother, he saved him, but he looked so angry. He was in fear. Jake doesn't have a healthy fear of the Lord because Jake got pride. And this video is about the, you know, scriptures talk about, again, I think I mentioned it already in Sirach chapter 10 about, you know, how the judge of the city is. So these Edomites are proud. That's why this bitch is going down, yet still these motherfuckers prouder than ever. And that's what Jake about to go into. It's just spiritual. The point of the lesson is, I'm probably naming the various topics. The point of the lesson is the spiritual climate of this place. You know, brothers did a video about Jake just being angry, like, nigga, this is life. This shit suck. They pushing back the retirement age. You know, all these different things in order, like, you really a slave and motherfucker don't want to admit it. But the thing is, you could try, you know, a motherfucker, you know, they talk about a whipped dog. Yeah, but the Lord could take that whip dog spirit. You know what I mean? That's what anybody. You ever seen Back to the Future? Marty McFly and his father was getting bullied, but then got to the point he like, nigga, I ain't gonna take it. You know what I mean? Like, right. Motherfuckers is not gonna, what did Gerald Salute say? When motherfuckers lose everything, they gonna lose it. These people is starving these people out, right? So what do you think these people about to do? And they heavily armed. I want to start out by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to call Elohim Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Hakadosh, double honors to the elders, to the apostles that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and their freedom to do so, not more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Akawat that they're listening and learning. Lord willingly, this is edified. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations. Subscribe to this truth. To you, I say shalom. I don't even know if I actually saluted the Heavenly Father. This is how much I'm just a million things on my mind, so much shit going on, tired. Sometimes I know I've repeated it, which that's the spirit, but I never meant to ramble. And to the Heavenly Father and my big brother is all the praise, honor, and glory. You know, I'm nothing. I'm just a utensil. And I'm coming to understand that, you know, I was thinking about the Lord just did something. I was like, damn, you know, but again, I remember brothers talking about, oh, you're getting judged, just judgment. They said the same thing to Job, remember? But it wasn't even judgment. It was a test. I had an amazing conversation with somebody because he was a worldly person, but he actually informed me on some shit and gave me some insight. And he even said that. He was like, yeah, I hope you got some insight out of it. Dude knew a lot of little stuff. Now, he ain't say one thing about y'all, how about Shem Yahushai, you know. But the thing is, you can never count nobody out. You would be surprised who might give him some insight. You know what I'm saying? He was a little bit older than me, so I tried not to like over talk him, which I have a bad habit of doing. You know, because again, I remember Jake got mad at me because I over talked him, but I looked at the shit Jake was doing. Just because you know the scriptures, you ain't applying none of the motherfuckers though. Salakia for saying motherfucker, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you want me to listen to you because you just think, oh, we supposed to just have a nigga. We about to go through a pain. Don't you get? You looking at this shit the wrong motherfucking way. Like, you know, again, try not to go back to, you know, looking at old shit. You know what I mean? I watched a dude called Boss Mac. He said, never spend the quarter on your bitches, even if it's your baby mama or anything, because he said you move forward. Because if a bitch did it once, she gonna do it again. And I try not to think like that, you know what I mean? Like, I got daughters, but at the same time, that's what the elder said. You give them away early, especially in this fucked up ass place. And it's so fucked up. A woman be fucking with a dude and come to find out this nigga was a faggot. She won't find out 20 years later type shit. Like, this place suck. You know what I mean? Like, this place is wicked. Oh my God. And you got niggas fighting for this shit. So anyhow, I'm gonna show this video because this caught my attention. I was trying to figure out. I wasn't even trying to figure out. Like I said, I've been in a low ass spirit because the Lord been just whooping my ass. And it ain't even about, like I said, because at first I'm like, damn, the Lord judging me, but then I watched in the judgment, the Lord give me mercy. I was like, damn, is you really judge me or are you testing me? Because I don't see no way out. I don't see no hope. This shit looking ugly, but at the same time, everything has a point in time. I just pray the Lord don't take the spirit from me because he ain't did it yet. When I try to, I got to figure out how I'm going to do the video, you know what I mean? Which I'm probably going to have to use my phone and then just have to write down the lesson on paper and use, you know, a book, you know, use the scripture, you know. Which I should have probably been did, but it's just like so much shit going on, you know. And if you ain't, even if you focused, you can get lit. Again, I understand why the Lord doesn't suggest a man to come and do this shit by his Salakia. I keep saying shit, Salakia. Slip of the tongue but out of the heart. I see why the Lord doesn't let, or doesn't, that's why you went out, and the scriptures say that. You went out in groups, you know, 2 and 2 and all that. Because, you know, a brother's made for adversity. I really, truly respect the brothers because, yeah, the men that's going to keep they sanity and stay in the spirit to uplift those that the Lord gave them or was around them, no matter who the Lord brings to them, that's a special individual. Just because you in this truth doesn't mean you are one of those individuals. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm not trying to, you know, I'm just, you know, the elder say it all the time. The elder got a special spirit. Because this ain't an easy thing to be in control and try to lead and, you know what I mean? It's going to take casualties for brother strength to be built and faith to be built. It's going to take pain. Like, that's how you build, you know what I mean? It take pain to grow a muscle. But I'm repeating myself and saying a lot of the same stuff. Like I said, again, this is the second time I'm doing a video. I'm not trying to do it the third time. So fair use, fair use. I'm not profiting off this. I'm just going to play this and line up some things with some scriptures. Lord willing, these edifying. First thing that happened is though about some police looking shit.
I say what I want to say. I got a freedom of speech regardless.
Now, I show you how foolish this guy is. He say, I say what I want to say. But, and the thing is, I'm going to play the video twice because the thing is, he did say a lot of factual stuff. He was in the spirit, but he never mentioned the name of the Lord. He never said anything that was out the scriptures. He just was talking about the spirit was on him to actually speak up about the bullshit that's going on. But if you think you got freedom of speech, that show you really lost for real.
Donald Trump think. I can say what the fuck I want to say.
What do you want to say, Donald Trump?
Fuck Donald Trump. Die from natural causes. Pam Bundy an idiot. Christy Nome ugly. Fuck Donald Trump. Get the fuck out of our city. Basically, like, you know, quit racial profiling people, and I just hate all this shit. I hate them.
Why is it pissing you off so much?
Because they racist. I know deep down it's all like some racist shit. You see this shit all over the news and all over the TV, seeing this dumbass shit they saying that day and all this dumbass shit they doing and shit. Once I rolled past here and saw people protest and shit, I don't know. I just want to be heard. They just some fucking idiots, man. I don't know. There ain't really no other way to put it. They racist. And they don't like me and I don't like them. And, you know, like, they got a problem with a motherfucker like me, but they love Charlie Kirk. Like, what the fuck? Charlie Kirk is a piece of shit. I don't get no fuck. I got a job, too. I don't get no fuck, doctor.
And to show you, like I said, he up on it enough that he realized that they was really fucking with people that had statements to say about Charlie Kirk, you know, because they using him as like their so-called Messiah. They white Jesus, you know, he's their martyr to push this agenda.
So me, you better not pull up where I be at. Charlie Kirk running around saying stupid ass, racist ass shit, all type of dumb ass shit. They call him a patriot. He was a piece of shit. He was a racist. Said if he see a black pilot, he wonder is he qualified. He a piece of shit, bro. Like he the one said that a couple gun deaths is okay for the Second Amendment. He said that shit. Then when he get shot, we all supposed to cry. He was talking shit the minute the bullet hit his neck. Still talking shit. His stupid ass wife.
He said he's still talking shit. He was in the spirit with that. Literally, his man dead, yet still his voice is still being heard. Again, it's so funny to show you how the spell is so strong. Literally, they'll say he's racist, but yet and still, Charlie Kirk says some of the most racist shit. You know, it's funny. You got Jakes that'll literally be sitting up there asking. It's a Jake that got a channel. I've never subscribed to it, but I come across his videos here and there. It's a nigga. It's a Jake. I literally went on there enough to see, because when he does it, he doesn't show his face. But he asks random people, okay, who is the biggest spokesman for so-called niggas or black people? He names all Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and then he asks Donald Trump. And people say Donald Trump. So he's promoting Donald Trump. Can't make the shit up.
Still out here being racist and trying to throw Super Bowl shows. They dumb as hell, and Bad Bunny Puerto Rican. They don't even know he American. They just racist. Like, they just see, oh, he's brown.
Now, racism isn't a bad thing. You know what I mean? Again, the Lord is with that. The Lord said, you know, all the other nations basically compared to the apple of his eye is like spittle. They're not worth. So, you know, again, I'm not even really mad about the racist shit. What I'm mad about is you don't like us, but you want us. You're trying to force us to be in the system that you don't like us. Like, I mean, why didn't you just let us do like I said, like brother was just going into it, you know, like, they was talking about, somebody was breaking down like pretty much the reason why America didn't fold back during the Great Depression. It was because of Jake. Jake wasn't really allowed to deal with Esau's banks. So Jake had money in cash. So when the shit system failed because the banks failed, they stole all their fucking money. Jake had cash. That's how Cadillac is. That's why they say niggas love a Cadillac. They loved it to the point they kept the motherfucker afloat. And Cadillac is not the coldest car. It's not. I had a Cadillac. The fuck? The particular Cadillac I had, literally, the design of the engine and the flywheel, it was a problem. An offshoot of the Eldorado. You know what I mean? Like, again, like a lot of this shit is just overhyped up. Like a lot of this shit is bullshit. People just want to believe in this place. They believe in anything but Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Fuck all of I say what I want.
And again, he caught my attention because I know niggas like this. This is a nigga. But the spirit was on him to say that much. He literally wasn't with them. He saw them and he looked like he Southern Kingdom, but Northern Kingdom, this is a protest to ICE. He saw that, and that was the spirit of the Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom coming together. You know, again, I felt so stupid that I did what I did, but do you really want what the Lord was going to do with that situation? I can feel the demons. The brother, only one other brother said, yeah, this is spiritual. There's some spirits involved with this. And I said, yeah, I know. So if I'm the disease, may the Lord cut off the long disease. I pray, again, I don't know how much longer I got. The Lord done did everything. I'm like, and I still see the light. It's just not, that light just got a little bit, you know, like, the brother made that stuff. He said, you know, the light is brightest when it's amongst a group of other candles. But when it's just, yeah, that's like if you go in a room, and it's a whole bunch of candles in there, yeah, it's more illumination. But if it's just one light, that means you got to shine brighter. And we all know about, what's that? First Peter, we talk about the devil moves or walks around like a roaring lion seeking to whom he could destroy, because he want to catch that lone sheep. You know, the devil's a predator.
want to say I got a freedom of speech regardless of what Donald Trump thinks. I can say what the fuck I want to say.
What do you want to say to Donald Trump?
Fuck Donald Trump. Die from natural causes. Pam Bundy an idiot. Christy Nome ugly. Fuck Donald Trump. Get the fuck out of our city. Basically, like, quit racial profiling people, and I just hate all this shit. I hate them.
Why is it pissing you off so much?
Because they racist. I know deep down it's all like some racist shit. You see this shit all over the news and all over the TV, seeing this dumbass shit they saying that day and all this dumbass shit they doing and shit. Once I rolled past here and saw people protest and shit, I don't know. I just want to be heard. They just some fucking idiots, man. I don't know. They ain't really no other way to put it. They racist, and they don't like me, and I don't like them. And, like they got a problem with a motherfucker like me, but they love Charlie Kirk. Like, what the fuck? Charlie Kirk's a piece of shit. I don't get no fuck. I got a job too. I don't get no fuck. Dox me. You better not pull up where I be at. Charlie Kirk running around saying stupid ass, racist ass.
That's that pride, because like Ecclesiastes chapter 10 say, the judge of the city, so is the people. How the fuck? I don't give a fuck what you think you got, Jake. You not bad. I remember I was speaking on switches. Then the elder brother brought out the fact that they got a machine gun book bag. You know what I mean? You just load the clip. Like, what the fuck? Fuck a switch. Unlimited supply. This nigga, like, his spiritual power is bullets. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga's a demon. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, yeah, we not gonna win carnally. That's why you really gotta have, I seen an ad, or it was like, I don't know if a brother did it or I forgot where I seen it at, but it was somebody showing the size of a mustard seed. And then they were showing, and it's so tiny, but it was like, all you need is that much amount of faith. And you take time to really think on that, that's like deep. I know. I've came to the conclusion after everything that the Lord, I looked at the timing of this shit. I said, damn, hold on. I made certain investments, right? Based on, because the Lord put the spirit on me, because the Lord put the spirit on certain elder brothers to say certain things at particular times that I heard it. So I was like, well, yeah, I'd rather do that than that, you know what I mean? And it worked so far. This year, I've lost more jobs than I've ever lost. And it's truth, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about like, from certain things I did, and I normally don't even fuck up, but certain things I fucked up, but for most of them it was like some crazy shit. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Nigga told me you did a good job, and then turned around and called me back and say, nigga, did you do a good job? You did a bad job. I say, huh? I say, you just told me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't make the shit up. So I'm to the point now, I'm just trying to like hold on to the faith. And you got to think about it. Yahweh Shai, our big brother, who these people are going to call Jesus Christ, his faith was tested when he was put on that cross. When he was hung on the tree, he up there like, to the point he said, have you forsaken me? Because the Heavenly Father, our Abba Yahweh, literally turned his back on him. So he just saw that moment of dark and probably felt all the, just imagine how spiritual our big brother was. So he probably, like, I be feeling, I'm empathetic, you know what I mean? Like, I could feel certain shit. So it'd be like, I get weird feelings and shit. So I can imagine just imagine and not feel the spirit. He probably felt dead. I'm speaking as a man, but I'm saying, like, literally, like, and then you got people fighting for this shit. Look at where the world is headed. Next month, they talking about nobody's getting no food stamps. And I hope so. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, it's not my problem type shit. Like, you sound like the white people. Like, yeah. I'm going to repeat it again, though. The dude I was talking to, who said, don't just waste the silver because there's an overabundance of it in the market. Yeah, silver went to $50. I think it's like 53, but yet still people ain't really trying to buy it. Because they probably waiting. I wouldn't be surprised if the C-HIP ain't got silver in it. Because you got to remember, technology uses silver. Dude was going into how, they ain't even taking colonial silver. He said colonial or constitutional. I can't remember. But basically that goes into like the silver that like you got those dimes that's made of silver. Like at a certain point, most dimes and nickels and quarters was made of actual real silver. It's like 90% silver. Now, you know, a lot of that shit is mixed with so many different metals. And that's spiritual because the elder always goes into the miry clay. Or the thick clay, Salakia, Habakkuk chapter 2. You know, because they basically devalued the money. Because they, you know, just like ancient Rome, showing you that this place is literally, the elders that I learned from my elders, as well as all the other believers, because I'm a believer, I don't know if I'm an elect. And again, I commend and appreciate and respect highly the men of the Lord that literally are the elect that's going to, you know, literally to be able to have the spirit to endure what we dealing with and not, again, you got to move in a way as a man, especially if you're a father or you over other men, in a way where the men always keep respect for you. And I'm not saying that nobody, you know what I mean, again, I'm saying that literally I see why I'm not ahead. This is not belittling anybody else. This is speaking on me. You know, I never wanted that position. I really didn't. Like I said again, my shit heavier now than it was. Like I said again, and the Lord will test you too. He'd be like, you dealing with all this shit, and then the Lord will throw somebody else. You know, I used to do that to a particular brother, and the only reason why I do it because I've actually asked brothers, what's happening, and brothers, you know, I tried to show a brother a lesson one time. He sat up there and got all the way fucked up and fucked. Point being, he fucked up. So I'm like, I didn't trust him to use your car messed up, and then you want to use my car, and then you fuck up my car. Then no, it ain't no car. The fuck. And I know shit happened. You know, I've done shit like literally like where you know you don't intend to do nothing. You know. Or you don't intend it to happen that way. You know, again, to show you how spiritual our thing is, even being amongst brothers, Satan will get in the midst of that. You saw that with Yahushua and Judas and all that. What you talking about? I'm going to finish this out so I can start reading these scriptures because I'm just rambling to this point. Hey, this is the closest I am to brothers. But again, I know we damn near at the end. 26 is a very significant number to me. I'm not going to say why, but I'm going to say this much. It's very significant. So when the Lord, I mean, I don't know the future. Only the Lord know, you know, I interpret what I see and I try to line it up with what the scriptures say. And I don't know the scriptures like that. I just know that, you know, my continence is a certain kind of way, and this place is wicked as fuck, so it deserves whatever the fuck the Lord gonna. You can't do this amount of wicked. That's just like most niggas I grew up with that was just pieces of shit ass niggas. They dead. You get what I'm saying? What they say, you know, you kill by the sword, you live by the sword, you die by the sword type shit. Like what you put out in the universe. You know, all these stupid ass. I ain't gonna say stupid, but all these different sayings, but they all go back to how you moving. So if this place is the most wicked place on the earth, why the fuck you think it's gonna survive?
Type of dumbass shit. They call him a patriot and he was a piece of shit.
The point of the lesson is this is the energy of our people and Esau. They just ain't show you. But brothers, I seen a brother. I was watching a particular woman where they was ranting, and I seen a brother actually, you know, and I'm not, you know, yeah, that's what we supposed to all feed off of each other. You got to come with some kind of energy that's beneficial, right? What I'm saying is, yeah, it's a lot of people complaining. I commend brothers that's in that spirit of doing these 3, 4, 5 videos. The elder do that. If the elder can do 5, you can't do 1. And the thing is, you could do a video, it doesn't mean you in the spirit. I had brothers tell me that. And I was like, I didn't understand because he didn't break it down. Because there's a spirit with this thing, you know what I'm saying? And for those that know, they know.
He said if he see a black pilot, he wonder is he qualified. He a piece of shit, bro. Like, he the one said that a couple gun deaths is okay for the Second Amendment. He said that shit. Then when he get shot, we all supposed to cry. He was talking shit the minute the bullet hit his neck. Still talking shit. His stupid ass wife still out here being racist and trying to throw Super Bowl shows. They dumb as hell in Bad Bunny, Puerto Rican. They don't even know he American. They just racist. Like, they just see, oh, he's brown. He just racist, bro. So fuck all of them. I say what I want to say. I got a freedom of speech regardless of what Donald Trump thinks. I can say what the fuck I want to say.
What do you want to say to Donald Trump?
Fuck Donald Trump. Die from natural causes. Pam Bundy an idiot. Christy Nome ugly. Fuck Donald Trump. Get the fuck out of our city. Basically, like, you know, quit racial profiling people, and I just hate all this shit. I hate them.
Why is it pissing you off so much?
Because they racist. I know deep down it's all like some racist shit. You see this shit all over the news and all over the TV, seeing this dumbass shit they saying that day and all this dumbass shit they doing and shit. Once I rolled past here and saw people protest and shit, I don't know. I just want to be heard. They just some fucking idiots, man. I don't know. They ain't really no other way to put it. They racist. And they don't like me and I don't like them. You know, like, they got a problem with a motherfucker like me, but they love Charlie Kirk. Like, what the fuck? Charlie Kirk's a piece of shit. I don't get no fuck. I got a job, too. I don't get no fuck. Dox me. You better not pull up where I be at. Charlie Kirk running around saying stupid ass, racist ass shit, all type of dumb ass shit. They call him a patriot and he was a piece of shit. He was a racist. Said if he see a black pilot, he wonder is he qualified. He a piece of shit, bro. Like, he the one said that a couple gun deaths is okay for the Second Amendment. He said that shit. Then when he get shot, we all supposed to cry. He was talking shit the minute the bullet hit his neck. Still talking shit. His stupid ass wife still out here being racist and trying to throw Super Bowl shows. They dumb as hell in Bad Bunny, Puerto Rican. They don't even know he American. They just racist. Like, they just see, oh, he's brown. He just racist, bro. So fuck all of them. I say what I want to say. I gotta.
So again, the point of the video is because it's based on the fact of, you know, I've been all over the place, so Salakia for that. But at the same time, it's like everything I'm saying is literally like it is what it is. Brothers catching hell, people frustrated. If you're not in the right spirit, you're gonna move emotionally, carnally, as opposed to literally moving through the spirit. The scriptures tell us to sit back and wait on the Lord. But that dude mad. That dude ready. And, you know, that's going to cause violence. The scriptures talk about, you know, what's that? Micah chapter 6, it talk about the rich man pretty much, you know, and it talks about something about with violence. Because that's what that man feeds off of. These people are evil. You know, I was watching The Lord of War with Nicolas Cage. And what's his dude name? What the fuck he playing? That black guy. I can't think of a damn movie he playing in now, but I know exactly who he is. I don't know his name. I'm bad with names. But that dude, I know his face. It's right in my mind right now. But what did he play in? He played in a couple movies. Long story short, though, that's based on a true story. And he was in spots where literally, he was talking about how the government go to places and once they leave, after they done occupied that place, they'll leave the guns. That's in the motherfucking movie. Then his job was he'll come around and he'll motherfucking get the guns and resell them. Just like the police do. Yeah, now we gonna do that. That's like the police do when they take your gun and then the gun end up back on the street. So he said he would get the gun and then he would resell it, and basically he had to kick back some money to the government. Say Lord of War, but basically you're going to warlord. But the individual he was dealing with, he said shit like Yoda. So he said it like backward. He said Lord of War. And then he was like, no, you mean warlord. And he was like, I like it better the way I said it. That nigga was a king. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm a boss. You know what I'm saying? But point being, you know, violence is about to increase. The scriptures tell you that. Matthew chapter, Timothy, 2 Timothy chapter 3. We know these scriptures because we watching it. And these scriptures going to come out a lot. I know certain scriptures. I don't know all the scriptures. And the Lord gave me this portion. My portion was just drag the bitch down. Like, yeah. I pray the Lord don't take the spirit away from me. You know, and I'm willing to be a sacrificial, you know, because there's nothing here. There's nothing that I want to hold. Nothing. It's so marvelous and beautiful and precious that the Lord like, nigga, I'm about to cut the food. Because that means you at war. I was telling my sister that. I say, do you know that they use food as a weapon? They doing it in Gaza right now. Remember? Now they trying to make them do a peace agreement. And the spirit don't jumped on somebody over there. Cause at first they was talking about, yeah, we about to do it. Then they like, oh, the shit, if you don't do it. So somebody bucking up like, man, fuck it, we gonna die. I'd rather die standing up than, live on my knees type shit. This devil got a whole thing about to happen that he's not gonna be ready for. Cause he think you done pre-planned and got it figured out, and just because you got the technology don't even always work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never trust him. I'd rather trust in something I can't see and believe that and hope in that, as opposed to trusting in the motherfucker that I know don't like me. This is Four Sword Judgments, KJV. The Four Sword Judgments from the King James Version of the Bible, the sword, famine, noise, and pestilence, noise and beast and pestilence. They are mentioned in Ezekiel 14 and 21 as divine punishments that the Most High will send upon Jerusalem, which Jerusalem was the capital of the southern kingdom, but it could represent all of Israel, to cut off both man and beast, because the Lord about to come with judgment. He about to kill people. And we just was going into how the Lord, I cut off the food. So what you gonna do? Because literally you might have food for this month. Hey, I had a friend. I got a friend that told me, yeah, you gonna get the month of this month. And yeah, they gonna open the government back up. But my opinion, speaking as a man, they gonna open it up after these people done literally suffer. So when these people literally come with this shit, they gonna be like, yeah, whatever the fuck you gonna. Because the thing it is, they sent the National Guard to Portland. But what I found out was Portland cut half the people off of SNAP. It's like 800,000 people, I think. If I read it correctly, I remember doing a video on it. I think it's like 800,000 people. They said they cut like 42 to 45%, so it was like close to 400,000 people. Literally, why do you think they need the National Guard there? Because people with guns, nigga, you better not wild out, I'm gonna shoot your ass. You don't think people about to protest? You don't think people about to, nigga, I need my food? Like, come on, man. Like, y'all people ain't that fucking stupid. A sword, a weapon of war or means of violent death. The modern day sword is the gun. So motherfuckers get killed with a gun every motherfucking day. Every motherfucking day. Verse famine, a severe shortage of food. So a famine is not necessarily no food, it's the ability or access to get the food. If people got food at the grocery store, but you need food stamps to buy it, noise and beasts. I'm watching deer walk up on every day. I literally seen some deer on one street. You know what I'm saying? So, I've seen coyotes. I've seen certain shit. You know what I mean? I got dogs. Certain dogs will fight a coyote. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wish I had a gate. Because a dog on the chain, he gonna get his ass whooped. As opposed, not necessarily. I seen a dog on the chain whoop a dog ass. I seen that. Verse, we on chains now. Wait till the Lord break them bitches. Pestilence is a deadly epidemic or plague. And they talking about these diseases. I forgot, the one brother did a video. He's talking about there's a new whole virus out here now and all that little shit. So this is Ezekiel chapter 14 and verse 21, and it reads, "For thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai power, how much more when I send my four sword judgments upon Jerusalem?" Because the Lord is visiting the earth, 2nd Ezra chapter 9, and he visited by these judgments. The sword, which is the gun, people gonna kill each other, and the famine, people about to starve because of this food, and they about to. My whole thing is, I hope they started back. Hey, in my opinion, I'm speaking as a man, I don't want to be wrong, because again, people gonna throw that in your face, but I'm gonna say this much at the same time. I remember the elder, he spoke something that everybody was speaking, and then they just made him seem like he was the Looney Tune. That's fucked up. That was spiritual. That was spiritual. And he ate that shit, though. I've never really heard him speak on it. I heard people say stuff about it, so he addressed it. I've never heard him complain. Oh, no, that's powerful, man. And the sword and the famine and the noisome beast. The Lord gonna use beasts to, man, listen. On the Game of Thrones, Ramsay had them dogs. He had cane corsos, all kind of shit. He had used them bitches to He'll not feed them for days. A dog, a certain type of dog, you got like a mastiff or you got like a pit bull. If you don't really have that connection with that dog, that motherfucker turn on you. That's why people, pit bulls bite their children and shit like that. Like them dogs will kill you. Like the brothers was just doing a video about that woman that had the pit bull and was fucking with another nigga and the dog got jealous and killed her ass. I remember in jail, when I was locked up one time, it was a dude, he thought he was tough. He got his ass whooped. A nigga I knew from the street, but we ended up seeing each other locked up. He was funny though. No, he was a real nigga. He was like, this nigga tried to roll with these wolves and he a pit bull. Because a wolf bite is totally different from a dog bite. Do you know that? They slash and pull. So they gonna kill you. It says, and the noisome beast and the pestilence that cut off from it man and beast. That's the spirit that brother just did that video when I'm speaking on it. Yeah, so the Lord got to show these people that the Lord ain't playing with them. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 4. And the reason Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. So that's why it's important for you to understand the scriptures. The scriptures talk about study to show thyself approved, to be diligent. You know, you can't wait for nobody else to save you. Now, don't get me wrong, it is leadership set up, but I also seen leadership that literally was like, brothers would talk about how these people like had men in charge and was in the truth, and then literally was leading Jake astray and shit splinter and all kind of fucked up shit. You know, like, yeah, but the thing is, I also understand what the elders did. The elders really didn't get involved with a lot of stuff. They let certain shit just play out. Now, if the spirit jumped on them to do, I watched the elder judge somebody in my face. And now the scriptures talk about like Passover. You could keep Passover by yourself. But, you know, the thing was like, I mean, the spirit was on him to judge him like that. And I watched it and I was like, damn, that's crazy. He did it to show something though. He wasn't really impartial with judgment, because think about it. He probably did so much shit for this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think this shit a game. So just imagine. And then I heard like he got judged and everything. Like, yeah, shit crazy. This thing is terrifying, Jay. I rode certain streets all week. All of a sudden today, they just block streets off like, nigga. You know how I was telling Jake's like, oh shit, I'm gonna get on the freeway. I say, Jake, the brother's here. It wasn't going off to move somewhere else, but the brother's here. Why would you move that far away? Yeah, maybe. It was the will of the Lord for him to be out there. But what I'm saying is, you thinking that you're gonna just be able to drive straight back, like, nigga, they own the freeway, they own the nobody's supposed to own the water, but they make you get a fishing license to actually be able to fish in the water. Take the time to really digest what the fuck I'm saying. See, because the Lord don't touch you, you thinking that everything Gucci. The Lord touch your ass and you be like, oh shit. The Lord ain't touched me in so long. I was like, damn, Lord, you did everything that a motherfucker wouldn't want to happen. Then I thought about it, I was like, damn, but you really didn't do all that you could have did. He really literally just showed mercy and everything. The Lord really just did some cold shit, and I was like, damn, that's the Lord will. He wanted to show me something, like, wake your ass up. Do, yeah, this shit. Fear Yahweh Shemel Shai. And Yahweh answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of war. They ain't rumors. People at war. The fuck? And you hear it about, you got United States bumping heads with China. You got United States bumping heads with Russia. You got United States, all these different rumors, but you got actual war going on. If you actually research, you could probably look it up in the, like I was telling my sister is one of the only people from my family I still speak to, only because of the fact she'll do for my children, and she and I can talk about scriptures. But she doesn't really understand the Bible. In her mind, she really waiting for a rainbow and everybody gonna just live happily ever after. Not understanding the kingdom of heaven is, the keys to the kingdom, the dominion that we need, because we gonna have rulership. You gotta do what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And we not gonna rule in wickedness. We ruling in righteousness. I will die for that. Because the thing is this, I under scripture. I said under scriptures. I'm under the scriptures. You got a lot of Jake sitting up there want to be that 5% of shit. I'm over scriptures. No, I'm never over the scriptures. I'm under the scriptures. The scriptures say literally, the last being first and the first being last. You got Satan ruling the planet, and that's why the planet is mourning right now. Proverbs chapter 29 talks about when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. These people fucking mourning. So again, you got people trying to uplift and keep and hold and like love this place when this place ain't worth nothing though. This place is fucked up. The only great thing about my life is the Lord actually awakened me to the truth of the scriptures. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't have every mystery, like the understanding of them. I don't think, but I'm not slow. Just certain things that I remember. Brother broke that down though. Brother broke that down. He was like, everybody ain't gonna get every certain brothers could retain certain scriptures, and that's all part of the spirit. I get that. But you can recite scripture, but is you live in the scriptures? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not starting that. I'm just, this speaking to myself first and foremost. I've went off multiple times. I'm saying this ain't the time to go off. The Lord will fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord will fuck you up, and you don't want to get touched or judged by the Lord. The Lord is terrifying. We all supposed to understand that, right? We serve the king of terrors, which I actually give up. Like, maybe that's why I always bring out like the ugly sides of the scriptures, because I know how terrible the Heavenly Father is. That was spiritual. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Because the end is not yet. They got to implement that CHIP. And I keep on saying this much. My sister, hopefully the government starts. She said hopefully though. She prayed for the blood of Jesus. And again, I get it, but I say, as many videos I sent to you, and then everything that's being said in these videos that I'm sending you is actually taking place, and you still talking about some blood of Jesus? Jake just told, the elder brother was like, man, these niggas is not gonna learn. You know what I mean? Like, it's so death by pain. Like, I don't give a fuck who it is. Like, hey, I know the scriptures this much. If I die and I'm an Israelite, I'm still coming back in the kingdom. I might not be that choice man or on a pedestal, or I just know that the Lord gonna have a gift for me. Like, and I don't see, no matter what the Lord doing, like, I don't see me be like, oh no. Hey, I'm to the point, I'm retarded. So like, I'm to the point like, not calling the Lord a nigga, but what I'm saying is like, what you think I want to keep this shit going? Like, no, I want to maintain living with them. But the Lord done did some shit. You like, well, how you gonna do that? He cut off the ring. You know what I'm saying? Now he coming for the knockout. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence. You're going back to the same thing I was reading. Famines. We watching the famine with. I can't wait. And yeah, they probably open it back next year. But DJ Trump showing you like, nigga, I'm a gangster. Yeah. What amazes me about these people, they literally love this fucking cracker. They love him. Well, he didn't. Jake was in the spirit. He said, "Nigga, I hope you die by natural cause." That shit was funny. And nigga say, I ain't criminal myself, but yeah, still, yeah, nigga, I hope you die by natural causes too. Like, right? You said you hate your enemies on the death. That's recorded, right? All this old, it's so funny. A policeman have a body cam, but he'll turn it off, and they will never get in trouble for that. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and if they do, you got to have a good lawyer. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places. The point is verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So we seeing all these things take place, and then motherfuckers still playing game. 2 Ezra chapter 15. I got 2 more scriptures. I'm done. I'm not even reading all this. I'm going to start at verse 14. 2 Ezra 15 and 14. For Salaki, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition. People are going to be speaking on pretty much raising up against the government. Although we don't tell y'all to do that. We just tell you the government ain't shit. Government, like the elder broke down, gov is control and mint is mind. So they trying to mind control us. The scriptures is so cold. The Lord said, obey those that's in authority or rulership. But he said, but when they have you coming against this truth or what you believe against what the Lord set up, that's when you, and he said, rebel peacefully. But the Lord gonna put a spirit of violence because it's in the scriptures. The universal language. Everybody understand if I punch you right in the mouth, nigga, we about to fight. When a motherfucker pumps you in the face, they not literally just waiting. Oh, no, he probably about to try to punch you in the head with a fucking brick. I've seen niggas, I got hit with a brick. I remember I got hit in the brick. I'm beating this nigga ass, right? I had some penny loafers on. I always think about this one fight, right? I had some penny loafers on. I'm homeless at the time. Had some penny loafers on. They like, what the fuck happened to you? I say, man, I took the nigga over in the grass. I took him up by some niggas I knew. To show you how the lure is so cold, I'm thinking they not gonna let it go bad. I'm willing to fight him. I get to whooping his ass, right? I start laughing at him. He bigger than me and stronger, so by this time I'm not a young guy. So I ain't got too much wind left. I could barely move him. We done tussled on the ground a little bit. But long story short, he picked up a brick and started bashing me with that bitch. They watched me get bashed. He said, nigga, I'm a blood. I need to see red. Man, listen. I'm thinking I'm gonna die. I'll never forget that shit. I thinking I'm about to die. I went and laid in the closet. And the Lord made me wake up again. I said, what the fuck? So no, I don't trust Jake. And the Lord set that up for a reason like that. I'm not mad at Jake. Look, most Jake worried about them. I'm gonna read 16 again. And, you talking about the Spartan stuff and all this old shit. Like, Spartans, you had to actually worry about the man to your left and your right. Because I think it was to the left because the shield wall was made, they locked in from the left. So as long as you had the man on the left and held your composure, you should be protected. That's discipline. Like, motherfucker don't got no discipline. You would think Jake had discipline, but I've seen older Jake that's supposed to be military men not disciplined at all. There's demons amongst this thing because this is a spiritual thing. So again, I'm not upset at nobody. I pray that the Lord really love and forgive. And I went through this after the Day of Atonement. I was like, and I'm gonna take it on the face. Yeah, it was my fault. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, the Lord really just set that up to do that. I was like, what the fuck? Hey, I'm the type I could be getting judged and I'm gonna still be like, Lord, you got me right. You know me like, nah, fuck. Hey, you know how much I gave up for this? I might as well just been in the world. The fuck, I'm not. Yeah, fuck it. You. No, I'm one of them. I been back around on my baby mama because I'm thinking that was demons fucking with me then. I'm thinking like, nah, you. But I didn't realize the Lord. You know what's funny? I'm gonna say something that I don't have to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The Lord showing me why He took my children from me now, as opposed to back then. He's showing me like, yeah, that's why I took them. I was like, damn. And a brother told me that. He was like, you don't even know who them children is, so no, don't do that. But I still say this much. At the end of the day, I don't think I'd have made it this far without my children. You know,